Welcome to our chilling journey through the most haunted places in Maine, where the past refuses to stay buried and restless spirits wander the earth. Prepare yourself for tales of ghostly figures, eerie whispers, and unsettling phenomena from the darkest corners of this historic state. First Strand Cinema, Skowhegan. In the shadowy corners of the historic Strand Cinema in Skowhegan, Maine, whispers of the otherworldly linger. Built in the 1920s, this old movie theater is not just a place for films, but also a stage for the unexplained. Employees speak of a mysterious woman in a long dress, her figure pale and translucent, appearing in the balcony seats. She vanishes before anyone can approach, leaving only the faint scent of lavender behind. Theaters are silent sanctuaries, but not here. The sound of phantom footsteps echoes late at night, and objects move as if guided by invisible hands. Electrical issues occur with eerie precision, lights flickering as though in sync with some unseen presence. Legend has it, the spirit belongs to a devoted patron who met her end in the very seats where she still lingers. If you dare to visit, beware. She might just be sitting beside you. Second, Fort Knox, Prospect. Fort Knox stands as a cold, silent sentinel overlooking the Penobscot River, its granite walls steeped in mystery and dread. Though no recorded battles stained its grounds with blood, whispers of the past cling to its shadowy corridors. Visitors report an oppressive presence as if unseen eyes are watching from the darkness. The heavy iron doors creak open by themselves, and disembodied footsteps echo through the empty hallways. Some claim to have seen the figure of a soldier in full uniform, his face a hollow void, patrolling the fort as if trapped in time. Voices murmur unintelligible words in the tunnels, and the air grows icy without warning. Whether it's restless spirits or the weight of history, Fort Knox remains a place where the living and the dead seem to collide. Third, Mount Hope Cemetery, Bangor. Mount Hope Cemetery, a sprawling garden of eternal rest, holds more than just the departed beneath its ancient trees. Established in 1834, it whispers with a chilling energy that lingers long after sunset. Visitors report seeing shadowy figures drifting between headstones, their forms vanishing as quickly as they appear. Cold, ghostly hands seem to brush against the living, and soft, mournful cries echo in the still night air. The most haunting tale is that of a spectral woman in black, seen weeping at an unmarked grave before dissolving into the mist. Paranormal investigators claim the cemetery is a hotbed of supernatural activity, with unexplainable sounds captured on recording devices. At Mount Hope, the past feels alive, and the silence is anything but comforting. Fourth, Seguin Island Lighthouse, Georgetown. Seguin Island Lighthouse stands isolated on a windswept island, its beam piercing the foggy abyss of the Atlantic. But within its walls, a darker tale unfolds. Legend tells of a lighthouse keeper driven mad by the endless piano music played by his lonely wife. In a fit of rage, he destroyed the piano, took her life, and then his own. Visitors today report hearing ghostly piano notes drifting on the salty air, even though no piano remains. Shadows flicker in the lightkeeper's quarters, and the mournful cries of a woman echo across the rocky shore. Boats passing by have seen a figure at the tower window, watching them with hollow, unblinking eyes. Seguin's light guides sailors, but its haunted melody warns the unwary. Some spirits never leave. 5. Ayers Island, Orono. Ayers Island, nestled in the cold embrace of the Penobscot River, is shrouded in an eerie, unsettling silence. Once home to bustling industry, the island now feels abandoned, by the living at least. Workers of the past are said to still roam the ruins, their restless spirits tied to the land. Strange whispers drift on the wind, growing louder as night falls. Visitors report feeling unseen eyes watching from the shadows, and hearing heavy footsteps echo across the empty grounds. Some claim to see flickering lantern lights moving through the trees, as though a ghostly night shift has begun. The air feels heavy, as if the island itself remembers the pain and toil of those who labored there. On Ayers Island, the past refuses to stay buried. 6. Captain Fairfield Inn, Bucksport. Beneath the charm of the Captain Fairfield Inn lies a chilling secret. Built in 1813, the inn was once the home of Captain James Fairfield, who died tragically young after a fever claimed his life. Guests whisper of eerie encounters in the night. A shadowy figure standing at the foot of the bed, icy drafts brushing against their skin despite sealed windows. Some have awoken to the sound of faint footsteps pacing the halls, though no one is there. In the library, books fall from shelves without reason, and an unseen presence seems to linger behind, watching. Locals believe it's Captain Fairfield himself, bound to his beloved home, ensuring the living never forget the dead. 7. Pemaquid Point Lighthouse, Bristol. Pemaquid Point Lighthouse stands tall, its beam cutting through the fog, but it's the shadows in the mist that hold the real terror. Built in the early 1800s, this lighthouse has seen more than its fair share of tragedy. Legend tells of a keeper who, while battling a violent storm, fell to his death. Now, his anguished spirit is said to haunt the lighthouse, desperately searching for his lost life. Visitors speak of a cold presence at the top of the tower, a ghostly figure watching the horizon. At night, the air grows thick with an unnatural chill, and faint whispers of a man calling out can be heard on the wind. Some even claim to see the keeper's spectral form standing at the window, staring into the blackness of the sea. Pemaquid's light may guide sailors, but it's the dark that hides its most terrifying secrets. 8. Buck Cemetery, Bucksport. In the heart of Bucksport, the Buck Cemetery stands as a chilling reminder of the past, where whispers of a curse hang heavy in the air. The most infamous tale is that of Jonathan Buck, a man whose actions have left an eerie mark on this sacred ground. Legend says he condemned a woman as a witch, causing her to be executed. Before she died, she swore revenge, cursing Buck and his family. Over time, a strange stain appeared on his gravestone, shaped like a leg, no matter how many times it was cleaned. Visitors have reported strange occurrences at night: cold spots, a sense of being watched, and faint voices rising from the graves. The curse, it seems, is alive and well, reminding all who pass that some wrongs can never be undone. 9. Roby Andrews Hall, University of Southern Maine, Gorham. Roby Andrews Hall, an old and revered building on the University of Southern Maine campus, hides a dark secret beneath its brick facade. Built in the 1800s, it's said to be haunted by the spirits of former students and faculty who never truly left. Late at night, whispers can be heard echoing through the hallways, though no one is there. Some claim to feel cold, invisible hands brushing their shoulders as they walk alone in the dimly lit corridors. The most disturbing tale involves a student who vanished mysteriously in the 1920s. Rumor has it that her ghost still roams the halls, searching for a way out. Doors open and close by themselves, lights flicker in the dead of night, and sometimes, if you listen closely, you can hear the faint sound of footsteps following behind you. Roby Andrews is not just a place of learning, it's a place where the past never truly dies. 10th, Bucksport, Maine. Bucksport, a small town nestled along the Penobscot River, harbors a terrifying secret beneath its quiet surface. Beneath the charming streets and historic buildings, there lies a dark history filled with restless spirits. Locals speak of strange occurrences, shadows that move without explanation, the distant sound of mournful cries, and lights flickering on their own in old homes. The most chilling legend is that of a ghostly figure, a woman draped in black seen walking near the riverbank at night. Her face remains hidden, but her footsteps leave behind no trace. Some say she's searching for something lost to time. Others believe she is forever bound to the town by a tragic death. Whatever the cause, Bucksport is not as peaceful as it seems. At night, The air is thick with unease, and the spirits of the past refuse to stay buried. These haunted locations remind us that some stories never fade. If you dare to visit, remember, the spirits of Maine are watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with your thoughts on these chilling tales.